Goswamis are also here because when the deities left Vrindavan because of Muslim invasion, first they fled here to Radha. So this very strikingly beautiful deity is Radha Govinda Dev. Shri Radha Govinda Dev ki jai! You see, very, very beautiful deity, and Radharani with so many beautiful sandalwood paintings on her face. Such a beautiful deity. And my favorite Ras Bihari. He's giving us permission also to take photos of the strikingly beautiful deity of Govinda Dev. So just nearby here is a very special place, the tongue of Govardhan. So after taking darshan of Govinda Dev and leaving some small donation for his service, you see how nicely our Ras Bihari is taking care of them. And take some Charanamrit. We know Jiva, Jiva Pele. Loba Maya Sudurmati, Loba is most greedy and Durmati, very bad-minded fellow. This Jib. So this is Jibya Mandir. Mandir to the tongue of Govardhan. So as we were telling, Raghunath Das Goswami was living here for about 40 years on the banks of Shamakund. So every day he was taking the water from Shamakund and using it for his daily activities, morning activities, like that. So after some time he began to think this is not such a good idea for all this brushing teeth and so many other things. It's not so good idea to use this water. So he was thinking, we'll see that well in a little while, there's old Gop Kuan, cowherd boy well. If we could re-excavate that cowherd boy well then we could use water from the well and we won't have to use water from Shamakund for all these daily necessities. So he hired some workers and they were digging and they hit some rocks. Some rocks was in the way of their digging. So they just hit with the pick. They hit that rock, then suddenly they looked in the ground and blood was coming. And they became very frightened and they ran to Das Goswami and said, we were digging and some rock is there, we hit the rock, now blood is coming, we don't know what is going on. All right, you stop for the day, tomorrow I will go and see what is the thing. So that night in dream, Giriraj came to Raghunath Das Goswami. And he told that what they have hit, that was my tongue. Because if Radhakund and Shamakund are two eyes of Govardhan, then wherever eye is there, then tongue is not far away, no? So he said that was my tongue. But anyway, they have hit by accident. There is no aparad. They should not worry. No aparad is there. But in the morning, you should go there, very carefully take that Shila, put him in a little temple on the bank of Shamakund, and with water from Shamakund and Tulsi, you worship him every day. One time we got promise from Giriraj Maharaj that he would fix up a very nice temple here. Of course now he's sick and he can't come, so we'll have to wait and see if he can come here and fulfill that desire to fix up a nice kund for the tongue of Govardhan. So anyway, so they made this nice temple here. This is Giriraj, you can go around, you can see on the back, little hole is there, but he's very smooth, just like a tongue on the back side of Giriraj. So our Raspi Hari is here. Take all your donations.
Maharaj ki jai.
Mosquito Das is here. Also try to take your donations.
Snake. Small. Snake.
So we'll all go inside and Shukam Emele Giriraj. Bolo Sri Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Many times. In fact, you'll see in the next to Prabhupada's house, the library room there, where they give the Bhagavad Gita class. You can see the painting there of Prabhupada meeting with one of his sons, where he's taking one of his sons by his hand and meeting with Srila Bhaktisiddhanta in this very house. In Kartik, also in Kartik, Prabhupada came here in Kartik and met Srila Bhaktisiddhanta in this house. So here, original shoes and cane and bed, desk, chair. Even Bhaktisiddhanta in his old age, he couldn't bend his knees, so you'll find only Western style toilet in all of Radhakund here in this room to the left of me, to your right. So, and inside here we have Puspa Samadhis of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, as well as Bhakti Kusum Shraman Maharaj and Bhakti Vilasacharya Maharaj. So there's a whole bunch of us. Don't pay your obeisances here. Pay your obeisances within your heart. And come through this room. Into this room. You'll get clunked on the head by Bhaktisiddhanta's cane. And then come back out this side and just... There's our Prashant and Hari Darshan. Alright, incense Baba.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jagannath! Jagannath है? Radhe Radhe.
अब ये सब लोग आ जाएंगे.
Bati nahi.
Jai Jagannath, 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 Jai Jagannath. Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra.
Gopal Mandir. Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, before the wedding. I don't know. Maybe I don't know somewhere heading.
Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Baladev, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath,
Sankalpan photo.
Jai Jagannath.
Deities of Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. And my friend, Swarup Das Babaji Maharaj, he has made maps of the entire Braj Mandal. ये नक्शा का दाम कितना? 50 rupees. So for the maps, he's charging 50 rupees. He's also got a book all about Churasi Coast Braj Mandal Prikrama for 100 rupees. And he's looking for a picture of Kankan Kund. I told you before, maybe we'll see a picture of that original kund that Radharani built, dug with her Kankan. So he's frantically looking for the picture. They used to keep it right here in front, but he's made maps of every nook and cranny of Braj Mandal. Very, very nice maps. Steps.
And there are no water.
When?
This is about
Time.
What's the sal?
And about 12 years at first.
About 12 years ago.
And that time,
They pumped it all into Shamakund and Shamakund into Lalitakund.
that time no water there.
No water.
But this is Siri,
Yeah, this is stairs.
all.
You see all how deep the stairs come down. Then this
Malaria.
is Kankan Kund. These are standing on the top stair. Then down below is Kankan Kund. Kankan Kund. Radharani made with her Bengal. We told before.
Badranath Kund. In Sham Kund.
In Shamkund, this is Bajranath Kund.
Sri Krishna's Prapatra is in putting. Putting means वो स्थापन कराया है.
He made this kund.
Badranath Kund.
So Bajranath, he made so many temples and kunds here. So this is his, in the middle of Shamakund, underneath the water. Only this time you can see Bajranath Kund.
Jai Sri Ram.
So you keep it there, let everybody pass by. रख लो, सामने रख लो, अभी सब लोग तो जो पीछे वाला है देख सकते हैं. So those are behind, you can come forward and see. Those who are forward and already seen, go.
You see on the
Yes, I have.
Okay, continue Kirtan.
Is this inside of
ललिता कौन की क्या बोला है
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
This is Bhajan Kute Jiva Goswami. Hey Babaji. Kula. Abhi taratari. Radhe Shyam. Baat yaase na?
लाइक को बालो लाइक बालो ऐसे ना आई बात है this is Jiva Goswami.
When they were fixing up Krishna's Kaviraj's Bhajan Kutir, there was some money left over, so we suggested they fix up Jiva Goswami, so they did some repair work here. And Mother Archa Vigraha from South Africa, she painted this painting of Srila Jiva Goswami here also. And next door we have, of course, Radha Damodar, deities of Jiva Goswami. And you'll see on the back wall there's a picture of the real Radha Damodar who's staying now in Jaipur. Original deity, carved by the hand of Rupa Goswami and given to his disciple Jiva Goswami. That you can see in Jaipur. But our Mahavishnu Prabhu from Croatia, he made one picture and kept it here just on the back wall behind the deities here of Radha Damodar. Because now we're in the month of Damodar, and this is Radha Damodar. Although those are two different leelas, Yasoda Damodar and Radha Damodar, we should not mix the leelas together. Yasoda Damodar is a song we are singing. The deities of Radha Damodar, that was one time, the end of Kartik is Kartik Purnima. So on that Kartik Purnima, Sham Sundar, he was late for the Rasa dance, because that is a very special night, that Kartik Purnima, for doing Rasa dance. So he was very late. And when he arrived, then Radharani was very angry. And she took a golden belt and she tied it around his waist and tied him up. And then he explained that actually, because it was Kartik Purnima, his mother Yasoda kept him back for some festival, some special autumn festival. So that is why he's late. So then she untied that rope, that belt, that golden belt. So then he became known, that is the Radha Damodar, different from Yasoda Damodar, which we sing in the evening. But we shouldn't mix the two. So that is Yasoda Damodar Leela, and this is Radha Damodar Leela. Radharani tied him with a golden belt and then released him, and he had good excuse why he was late. So Jiva Goswami, he has written, of course, this many things. He wrote in his lifetime 4 lakhs of Sanskrit, perfectly composed Sanskrit slokas. You know, 4 lakhs means 400,000. If you add up all the 18 Puranas together, you get 4 lakhs of slokas. And Bhakti Vijayapurna Maharaj, Gurukul Maharaj, he was telling us in South India somewhere, I don't remember if it was Udupi or in whatever that place is where Ramanuja is. Anyway, he saw that they were all studying and very familiar with the works of Jiva Goswami. So he asked them, he said, your acharyas, they've also written so many books defeating Mayavad philosophy, so why you specifically studying these books of Srila Jiva Goswami? So they told him, well, our acharyas, they have written so many things defeating Mayavad philosophy, but these Mayavadis, they take our acharyas' works and they twist the words around and they make it come out saying Mayavad philosophy. But this Jiva Goswami, he has composed each and every one of his slokas in such a way, you twist it backwards, forwards, upside down, inside out, any way you twist it, it only comes out Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So our Baladev Vijayabhusan in his Mangalacharan, he worships Srila Jiva Goswami in his commentary on Tattva Sandarbha. He says, Yapanka Shankena Kutarka Pashana Bhivartakartena Chalupti Diritim Sudam Yadat Shudaya Maheswaram Sri Krishna Sajivam Prabhu Astu Nogati. He says, Yapanka Shankena. Panka, he says punk. You know, punk course now has different meaning. But in Sanskrit, panka means mud. So he says, Yeshankya pankena. Those shining glories of the great Lord, Maheswaram Sri Krishna, that great Lord Sri Krishna, his shining glories were trampled in the mud of Shankya, that atheistic Shankya philosophy. Yeshankya pankena kutarka pashuna. Pashuna means this dust storm. If you come here, if you stay here after Gaur Purnima festival next month, then all these Charnarbats, all these dust storms come, just blowing dust everywhere in your eyes, between your teeth, everywhere it comes. So he says, kutarka. You know tark means argument. So when we make means just crooked, useless argument. Kutarka, they were lost in the whirlwind of useless argument. Yashanke pankena kutarka pashuna. Vivartagartena chaluptididitim. And they fell into the deep black hole of Vivarta, Mayavad philosophy. Sudam Yadak Bhak Shudaya, with his nectarine words, Vak, you know, Uvacha Vak, with his nectarine words, pure nectarine words. Sri Jiva Goswami has rescued those great glories, those shining glories of the great Lord Maheshwaram Sri Krishna. That Jiva Goswami is my Prabhu and the goal of my life. So Jiva Goswami, he has written huge storehouse of philosophy. We haven't got to go to any other sampradaya and beg anything from anyone. Jiva Goswami has kept huge storehouse, 400,000 sloks, so many books. Every single question of Vaishnava philosophy is answered. This is the great work of Srila Jiva Goswami. Srila Jiva Goswami Parikram! So again, you can see the picture there, the original Radha Damodar. This was carved by the hand of Rupa Goswami and given to his disciple Srila Jiva Goswami. And this painting again was done by Mother Archa Vigraha of South Africa just before she left her body here in Vrindavan. Srila Jiva Goswami Parikram! So, you want to continue Kirtan?
Krishna 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 Keshava Krishna Keshava Padima Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
This is a very small tamal tree. You see some very light colored leaves. These are fresh leaves. You touch them, just feel get some idea of the softness of Krishna's touch. Anyway, the same time that tree in our courtyard and a great big banyan tree, great big kadamba tree on Pavan Sarovar, at the same time this beautiful tamal tree, a big one was here, they all entered the apricot lila 1 year. All at the same time, all 1 year. But anyway, at that time, somebody had given donation to Vrindavan $1,000 that you make some screen to go over this tamal tree. At that time, somebody came from Assam. They wanted to do a whole big thing. So I said, you take our 1,000, mix it all together, and they built this whole big shelter. But it was too late. The monkeys were just tearing and tearing on that tree. Before we could protect him, he was dead. But anyway, new one is coming. But this is the place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat when he discovered Radha Kund and Shyamakund. So this is sitting place of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ka Bhaitak. Just like all time we're telling you, Beto, 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 Beto. Beto means sit down. So a place for sitting, that is called Bhaitak. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Bhaitak. Circumambulate and continue on. Rama, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare. Somebody stand at the doorway there. People may have missed us. Somebody go back to the doorway and bring people in here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Then I wanted to take darshan of these beautiful Gornitai deities, so we went through that one temple, but unfortunately they were closed for a half hour. The Thakurji was taking his bow. But they're the most beautiful Gornitai deities in whole of Braj. They're just emanating from their beautiful lotus petal eyes is Krishna Prem, Gauranga Prem. Anyway, we're unfortunate we couldn't get darshan. But this is the sitting place of Lord Nityananda. Sri Nityananda Rama ki Jai! So this is one of the most important places because we know Lord Nityananda, he is Baladev. And Baladev is the original Guru, Adi Guru. So Lord Nityananda, without getting mercy of Lord Nityananda, nobody can get mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So we know that Nitai, he left home, he went with one sannyasi, wandering here and there. Then somewhere in Gujarat, he left that after meeting Madhavendra Puri. He left that sannyasi. Then he came here to Braj. And he was wandering around Braj in the mood of Dauji. Bolo Sri Dauji Maharaj ki. Who's Dauji? Why? Older brother. Krishna Kanaya.
Dauji Kaveya.
Dauji Kavaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Krishna Kanaya.
Dauji Kaveya.
Dauji Kavaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Krishna Kanaya.
Dauji Kaveya.
Dauji Kavaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Bansi Bajaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Bansi Bajaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Bansi Bajaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Girivarutaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Girivarutaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Makana Churaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Makana Churaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Rasarataya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Rasarataya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Dauji Kavaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Krishna Kanaya.
Dauji Kaveya.
Oh, Sri Dauji Maharaj ki Jai.
Mahaprabhu ki jai.
Yeah. So he was just wandering around Braj looking, where is my Kanaya? Kanaya means little brother. So in Vrindavan also there's a very beautiful place, Fingarvach, where he stayed. Then he came here to Radhakund. And while he was sitting here, the Pujari told him that in Kali Yuga, Krishna is not in Braj. He's gone to Navadvip. So then he left from here and he went to Navadvip, just down the street from our temple. There's a temple of house of Nandanacharya. That's the next, after our temple, when you're coming by the bus, and after our temple, next place down the road, it is house of Nandanacharya. Goswami Mat, they call it, Goswami Mat. Our Nandanandan in the Goshala, he's initiated by Goswami. So, anyway, there he met, very wonderful meeting with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here he was sitting and he decided, let me go to Mayapur and meet my Kanaya there in the form Brajandanandana say, Sachi Sutta Hoilo Je, Balaram Hoilo Nitaya. So then there was very incredible meeting. Both of them were choked up with love when they saw each other and embraced and drenched each other in their tears. Very wonderful pastimes. So here in this place we can just pray on the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Nityananda Karuna Have Tabe Braje Radha Krishna Have. Nityananda Karuna Have. If we get the compassion of Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda Karuna Have Tabe, then only Braje Radha Krishna Have. You will find Radha and Krishna. So somehow he comes at the last. We just went all over Radhakund looking for Radha and Krishna. And Lord Nityananda came here on the last. But anyway, we can just pray on his lotus feet and somehow give us his karun, his mercy, that we can find Radha Krishna in this Braj. And after circumambulating Lord Nityananda's sitting place, there's a very beautiful temple here also of Radha Gopinath. Very, very beautiful temple. So you can leave some donations in both places for service of Lord Nityananda, service of Radha Krishna. This is our last stop. Just outside here, there's many stores where you can buy all those beads and Radha Kuntilak and anything else you want. Mother Amrit can go down the ramp there and take careful. It may be slippery at the end. You don't want to take an unexpected bath and fill up all your bottles, and we're going back to the bus. So I said Sunanda Seva. Joy Nitai! Joy Nitai! Joy Nitai!
Nitai Gauranga Gaurahari, Gauranga Gaurahari, Nitai Gauranga Gaurahari, Nitai Gauranga Gaurahari, Jaya Sachinanda Jaya Sachinanda Jaya Sachinanda Jaya Sachinanda Jaya Sachinanda Gaura 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 Hari Gaura 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 Hari. And now this is the second, two supply points. This is the second. This is all done by our Rupa Raghunath. For life. Food for life ki Namah Radha Jiva Sari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Vrinda Jaya Shri Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Radha, Radha. And outside of our temple, this is the most beautiful deity of Srimati Radharani in the whole of British. Everyone, if you just come in the center here, you can see everyone. She's so soft and beautiful golden color and beautiful color on her eyes and so sweet. It's so simple, just like perfect little being. In fact, she's so beautiful. You just see Radhakant, his eyes are popping out of his head just to see the beautiful Srimati Radhika. Isn't it? Like, Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Radhe Gokula Tarani Mandala Boyite Gokula Tarani Mandala Boyite Gokula Tarani Mandala Boyite Gokula Tarani Mandala Boyite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Kardana Vijay Hari Vishnuka Vrindavan Kardana Vijay Hari Vishnuka Vrindavan Gokula Tarani Mandala Boyite Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhatta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jagannath Gaurani Radhe Krishna So for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, this place Jagat is one of the very, very most important places. Because we know there's two types of bhav, of Madhurya Ras. One is Swakiya, like the queen in Dwarka, who are married wives of Lord. Another is Parakiya, Radha, Parikram. So the highest, that is this Parak, like you sing in that nice song. Parakiya Bhave, Rajiti. Of course we should know there's no question of Parakiya Bhava. Because Srimati Radharani and Krishna, they're actually one. The Prabhupada always quotes the one verse from Krishnadas Kaviraj. He kept it in his Chaitanya Charitamrita. One of the first, it's either the fourth or fifth verse of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ladini Shakti Rasmat Ekatmana Lati Bhuvi Paradi Radhidham Chaitanya Kyam Prakata Aduna Tadvayam Chaikyamatam Radha Bhava Duti Subhadidam Naumi Krishna Srupam. So Radha Krishna Pranaya. Pranaya means loving pastime. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ladini Shakti Rasma. It is not something of this mundane world. It is manifestation of Ladini Shakti. Ladini Shakti is Krishna's own internal pose. His own being, Swarup Shakti, is divided in three. Sambit, by which everything is known. Sandini, by which everything is existing. And Ladini, by which he gets pleasure. Times of Radha and Krishna, they're manifest from Ladini Shakti, not from anything mundane. There's no question of lust or calm or any of these other nonsense things like us. As Prabhupada said, you have got Krishna as Rasa, that you have got rascally. So Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ladini Shakti Rasmat Ekatmana Lapi Vipada Deha Vidam. Ek Atmana, it is one soul. Radha and Krishna are not two, they are one. Ek Atmana Vati, certainly. It is one soul. Lekin Deha Vedam. Like you know, Chincha Dera Vedam means they have divided. You know Deha. Deha knows Deha means body. They have divided in two forms for displaying their loving pastime. Since eternal Deha Vedam Katota, since eternal time, no one can say when division is here. But we have, because we're living in the material world, we have to speak about beginnings and endings, but it is eternally. Like, very difficult to understand, but in this modern age, it says Aduna. In Hindi, we want to say modern, we say Adunik. So in Vedic times, 500 years means that is modern time. When we talk about Brahma's life of moving into the 500 years, it's just modern time. So in this modern time, Prakatam Aduna Tadvayam, those two, Tadvayam, Cha Ekyam, Chaikyam, Aptam, again they have become one. Cha Ekyam, Praptam. What is that? Chaitanya Kyam, that is known as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Nahi. Only by mercy of Lord Chaitanya we are able to enter into the mysteries of this understanding. And now, this is first sight. It is from Swarup Damodar's notebook that Krishna's coming also starts to give some nice information, secret information. He says, Radha Bhava Duti Subalitam Nomi Krishna Sarupam. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nomi Krishna Sarupa, he is the self-same Sri Krishna. I am offering my obeisance to that Sri Krishna. But Radha Bhava Duti Subalitam, he has decorated himself, Subalitam, with the Radha Bhav and Lustre. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very golden, just like we see our beautiful Srimati Radhika. How beautiful and golden color she is. So we should very carefully understand. There's no question of anything illicit, but it is Parakiya Bhave. It is in that Bhav the pastimes are taking place. just to increase the ecstasy. Just like last year, just about this time, we brought all the Gurukul boys here. We all came here. So I was thinking how to get Gurukul boys to understand big, high philosophical understanding of this Parakya. So I gave them examples. So just like in few days Diwali will come. Already we hear all the bombs and crackers going off, you know? So your Gurukul teachers, they will take you up on the roof of Gurukul and you'll shoot off so many bombs and rockets and crackers and so many things, and that's a lot of fun, isn't it? But when you sneak down in the hallway and put up a bomb outside your teacher's room, that's more fun. So this Parakya Bhav is like that. This is simply to ras ulas, just to increase the ras ulas, just to increase the joyfulness, to give some excitement and make it more exciting and more, just like in Hindi we say the stolen mango tastes better. Everybody in India has got mango tree growing just nearby. You can easily get mango, but to sneak over to the neighbor's yard and steal, that is sweeter. So, like that, to increase the ras ulas, the joyfulness of the pastimes, they are performed in this Parakya Bhav. And this is the place of that Parakya Bhav. Because this is the house of Radharani's so-called husband, Abhimanyu. With Bengali they say, I am Ghosh. This is his palace here. This was part of the dowry which the Bandhu Maharaj, he built a beautiful palace here as dowry for Radharani. Now this wedding, we don't find any description anywhere in Goswami literature. Only one little story is there, hint. Because actually Abhimanyu, he's none other than he's the incarnation of Krishna's shadow. Because nobody can touch Radha. Even Abhimanyu, by Yoga Maya's influence, he never touches Srimati Radha. But he's actually incarnation of Krishna's shadow. So the story is there that one day Purnamasi, she came to Sri Nityananda and she brought him a very nice laddu. Now we know Lala, he likes laddus too much. So Purnamasi said, oh Kanna, I have very, very nice laddu for you today. Acha? So immediately he took that laddu. He said, where is this laddu came? Oh, came from the wedding today. Oh, there was wedding today? He said, you don't know? No, I don't know. You don't know there's wedding today? And then he took a bite of that laddu. He said, today Radharani was married with Abhimanyu. Krishna spit that laddu and just... He was totally stunned. Just... He couldn't speak, couldn't talk, couldn't move, just totally stunned. Only information we find out of this wedding is just all Yoga Maya's creation. And actually, we should never feel bad about Jatila and Kutila, who are his mother-in-law and sister-in-law. Jatila, you know, you see sometimes in Vrindavan you see sadhus walking around, with big hair all twisted on top of the head. You know, they put the tree sap and mud and all the babies are going, oh. So that is called jata. All twisted and turned like this. So that is Jatila, her mind is like that, all twisted and turned. And Kutila, you know, Kul also means crooked. Just like we have one verse, Yujantihi Sumedasa. Who's got Sumeda, he will join in this Sankirtan. Yagyai Sankirtana Kaya, Yujantihi Sumedasa. But Ku, we put Ku, then it becomes, those who are crooked-minded, they will never take to the Sankirtan. So Kutila, her mind also very crooked. But we should never feel bad. They're simply meant to increase the bliss of the pastime. Just like one time, Nandanandan, he saw that Ma Yasoda is making, she has a big wooden box, big wooden trunk, and she's putting so many silks and satins and wonderful jewelry and emeralds and pearls and so many necklaces and so many wonderful scents, sandalwood and guru and powdered, what is that? Kapoor, this camphor, and so many wonderful things she's all putting in this big box. And Lala came, oh Maya, are you making this box for me? Maya, are you packing this box for me? Lala, look, I'm busy right now. This is not for you. I have got another box for you elsewhere. Then Maya, this is for Baldao. This is for Baldao. He said, I'm very busy, Lala. This is not for Baldao. I have got other box for him. But Maya, if this is not for me or Baldao, then who else is pulling on your heartstrings? Who else is there pulling on your heartstrings besides me and Baldao? And Maya, she said, Lala, there is such a wonderful girl here in Braj. She is so nice and sweet. She's so wonderful that ordinary girls, when good qualities take shelter in their bodies, they become beautiful. But this girl is so wonderful that when good qualities come in her person, they become beautiful by being in her person. So Lala, he was getting goosebumps all over his body just hearing that. He said immediately, he pulled his chadar so she can't see. He was just getting goosebumps hearing Mother sort of speak so sweetly about Srimati Radha. He said, Maya, please tell me something more about this young girl. He said, Lala, from the jewel mine of the womb of my dear friend Kirtida Maharaj, from that jewel mine has come a most wonderful jewel-like daughter named Srimati Radha. And every day, she's so sweet, she comes here to Nandagam to cook for you, and by her cooking you will never get any disease and you will have very, very long life. And I'm so happy with her that I am packing up all these things. Just now her husband has come, Abhimanyu, he's talking with your Baba, and then I'm going to give him this box and send it back to Java for his good wife, Srimati Radha. Just then the two servants girls came and said, oh Maya, Rangini and Tangani, the two jewelers are here to take the designs for Lala's jewelry. The two jewelers are here. So immediately Mother Yasoda, she shut that box, she locked it with a big key, she put that key on top of the box and went outside. As soon as she was gone, then all of Lala's friends came, Sudama and Sridham and Stoka Krishna and Marumangal. So Lala, he took that key, he unlocked that trunk, he took everything out, he put it in the hand of Danishta. You said you go by the back forest path and take this there to Java. And then he told all the cowherd boys, I'm going to climb inside, you lock it and put the key back for Mother Yasoda. So then Nandalala, he climbed inside the box, and the cowherd boys, they locked it, they put the key back, and they went away. So then Mother Yasoda came and she called Abhimanyu, said, oh Abhimanyu, I have wonderful gifts for your dear wife. I have filled up a huge wooden trunk with so many wonderful silks and satins and jewels and pearls and emeralds and rubies and diamonds and gold and silver and aguru and camphor and sandalwood and even some from the celestial worlds, this sparkling jeweled camphor I have brought. So Abhimanyu said, wow, I must have left house under a very auspicious star. I have become very wealthy today. You know? So he said, you please take this box back and you tell your wife that this box is coming from Nandagram, from Nandarani, and it is Nandarani's order. Then every day she decorate herself with the contents of this box and enjoy the contents of this box to her full satisfaction. So then the two servants, they lifted that very heavy box onto Abhimanyu's head. Abhimanyu, he began walking off to here, to Java. It's about 4 kilometers distance. So you can just imagine carrying a huge box on top of his head for 4 kilometers. Can you imagine? He must have been very tired by the time he got here. You think so? If you think you were carrying a box full of concentrated eternity, bliss and knowledge, that you would become tired? The most sweet and condensed Satchidanand was inside this box. Just like we know, we had that experience when we were on Sankirtan, no? And one day everybody's taking a book and we're just distributing books like this and time is flying and we don't even know. And also, beep, beep, Prabhu, it's time to go. It's time to go. What? We didn't even know where the time went. We were just in so much ecstasy. When we're absorbed Hey, Krishna consciousness people, I got burned out on seconds. You don't get burned out. You get burned out on lust, but you don't get burned out on seconds. When we do Krishna Seva, there's no question of burning out. When we're actually Krishna conscious, we become more and more enlivened. So by the time Abhimanyu got here with this box on his head, he was dancing and jigging. Then he set that box down. His two servants came. Okay, he set it down. And Mother Jatila said, what is this? He said, Maya, today, Mother Yasoda has given me this box full of silks and satins and all kinds of cloth and rubies and emeralds and so many wonderful things. And she has said this is for my good wife, Radharani, and it is her order that she every day decorate herself with the contents of this box and enjoy the contents to her full satisfaction. So then, Jatila said, alright, she's sitting down in her room right now with all her girlfriends. You please take this box down there and put it on top of the table so she can easily open it. And you tell her that she must follow, that is the order of her mother-in-law, to follow the order of Mandirani. So Radharani is sitting there. Java for Radharani is just like a deep day, dark. She's stuck here with this miserable Jatila and Kutila, always criticizing her Priya, Sunanda. So she's just sitting completely in depression. It's like a deep, dark day. And all of a sudden, all the gopikas are there. They're braiding Radharani's hair and doing her fingernails and other things like that. But from the corners of their lotus eyes, they see that Abhimanyu's come. But from the corners of their lotus-like eyes, they see this wonderful, amazing boxes there also. So Abhimanyu comes in, he places this huge box on top of this table. He tells that this is a box coming from Nandagam, and Nandarani has given the order that you every day decorate yourself with the contents of this box, and you enjoy its contents to your full satisfaction. And it is the order of my mother-in-law that you take the order of Nandarani on your head. And then Abhimanyu exits. So now all the gopis, they were just sitting there. Now Abhimanyu's gone. You can just imagine a whole bunch of little girls are there. This very amazing box has come in the room. All of them, the most incredible bliss is exploding inside their minds and hearts. They all immediately jump around this box, and Radharani takes the key, and she opens the box, and she opens the lock, and then she opens the box, and boop, out pops Nanda. And Lalita says, oh, this is a very blessed day. Just see this blessed box, and the blessed contents of this box, and the blessed order of Nandarani. Everything today is blessed. And Radharani, she puts her hands on her hips and begins to tap her toes. This is angry mudra, hands on hips and toe tapping. But just see, some thief has come and stolen away all of the wonderful things that Mother Yasoda sent here. I'm immediately going to go tell my mother Jatila about all this thing here and expose this fraud. And Sri Nanda says, now wait a minute. What is my fault? My mother Yasoda, this was a nice cedar box, it had a nice smell, and I was just crawling inside to see what it was. And my mother Yasoda locked the thing, and she put this box on your husband's head, and he dragged me here forcibly. What is my fault? Like this. And all the gopis, they're just immediately, they're lost in it's like the personification of Hasya Ras is immediately incarnated within the room, and all the gopis are just falling on the floor and rolling in laughter, and everybody. And Lalita tells Radharani, I think you should very chastely follow the order of your mother-in-law and enjoy the contents of this box to your full satisfaction. So another time, in the month of Magh, just like this little while it's coming in January, month of Magh. And this year, instead of Magh Mela, there's Maha Kumbha Mela. You're all invited to come. We're making a big camp. Anybody who comes to do Harinam, book distribution, prasad distribution, whatever your service you want to do, we have free accommodation, free prasadam, and lots of service. So, month of Magh, that is, now it's getting a little chilly in the mornings, no? But when January comes, it's very cold, sometimes down to 3 degrees, means, I guess, 34, 35, like that other measurement. So nobody likes to take bath outside, but that is great austerity. So every day, Jatila notices, not Jatila, Kutila, her sister-in-law, notices that Srimati Radhika with all her girlfriends is going very early in the morning down to the Jamuna to take bath in the month of Magh. Now Kutila, this is such a delicate young girl, how is she undergoing such severe austerities? I just wonder what Nityananda is doing right now. So she wanders over to Nandagram. We'll see from the top here, Nandagram is not far away. And she asks one villager, what is the news of Brajaraj Nandan today? And the villagers tell her, our Braj Kishore, he's very religiously following a vow for the month of Magh and going to the Jamuna to take his bath. So now Kutila's suspicions are fulfilled. I'll go and see what type of religious activities these people are performing on the banks of the Jamuna. So she heads off down the path towards the Jamuna. As she's coming, they have one Saki as the lookout, maybe Tulsi. So Tulsi comes, she spots Kutila coming along the path by the Jamuna. She immediately runs, there's a beautiful flower grove, flower kunj, like that. And she rushes into the kunj and all the Sakis and Manjaris and Radha are just enjoying such sweet nectarine pastimes together. And she's just afraid to speak and destroy the happiness of the moment, but she says, Bo, Bo, gopis, I bring you very bad tidings. None other than Kutila is just now coming on the path by the bank of the Jamuna, and very soon she will reach right in front of this spot. And everybody just goes, oh no! Now what are we going to do? And Nanda says, you don't worry, I will take care of everything. And he immediately slips out of the flower kunj and runs into the forest. So meanwhile, Kutila comes along and she finds all the girls standing there by the flower kunj, like that. And she says, and they said, oh, Jatila, why have you come here this morning? He says, I have heard that you girls are performing religious activities on the bank of the Jamuna, so I have come to witness your piety myself. But I see what type of religious, look inside this flower, this beautiful flower bed. Is that not the necklace of Nanda and Srimati Radhika's flower garland there? He said, what are you talking about? We're just taking our bath on the bank of the Jamuna. Don't you girls lie to me. I can smell the scent of Hari in this place. So immediately Lalita goes, oh, Kutila, you've saved us. Hari also means, we sing every day, Jayanada, Hari, Jayanada. Hari Nada means human being, and Hari means lion. Oh, Kutila, you saved the lives of us poor innocent girls. A lion must be here in the forest. If you smell his scent, oh, we're forever grateful to you. We're just four defenseless girls in the forest here. Immediately we'll flee. He says, I know what poor defenseless girls you are. Now open up this flower kunj door. And Kutila says, how could this kunj belongs to some demigod. Huh? How we can open someone else's door? I said, I know you girls. You're very expert at opening other people's doors. So then Radharani, she becomes very angry. She begins crossing her eyebrows and talking very animatedly and angrily at Kutila. Says, we're here taking our bath on the bank of the Jamuna, and who are you to disturb us? You're all alone, and we're many of us together. And then Kutila, she starts to back out. Now look, all right, you'll see. I'm going to go tell your husband right now what's going on here. And all the girls are standing there, and Kutila's backing up, and she runs through the forest. Meanwhile, Nandanandan, he called Vrindadevi. He says, quickly, bring me an outfit just like Abhimanyu. I'm going to dress up just like Abhimanyu today and increase the bliss of this passage. So then Krishna, he dresses up just like Abhimanyu. So when his sister comes and she's got that garland and that necklace in her hands, I'm going to show this evidence to your husband. Like that. So she comes running down the path, and all of a sudden she runs into Abhimanyu. And she says, Abhimanyu, what are you doing here? He says, one of my bulls broke away from the plow and he ran this down by the bank of the Jamuna. I've been wandering here and there looking for him. What are you doing here? He says, you are so foolish. I tell you so many times about this rascal. This rascal Nityananda. I've told you so many times. You don't know. Just see, here's his necklace and your wife's flower garland. I found them mixed together on a flower bed in the forest. Just you think about it. And he says, oh, Kutila, my wonderful sister, this is the most wonderful information. Now you just give me that flower garland and necklace. I'm going to immediately take it to King Kamsa. You run to the house and tell my mother that I'm just coming after I go to King Kamsa. I'm going to inform him he'll come here with 100 soldiers on horses and arrest this Nandanandan and his father and throw them in jail, and we will never be bothered by you. Now you just give me that necklace and this thing. I will immediately show it to King Kamsa. But actually, we may get some bad name by this. Actually, I will go to Chandravali's husband and I will show him this thing and tell it is his wife's necklace, and that he should go to King Kamsa and complain about this rascal, Nandanandan, like that. So then he takes the evidence from the hands of Kutila, and Kutila runs back to the house. Then after some time, Nandanandan, he enjoys himself on the bank of the Jamuna for some time. Then he heads home. When he gets home, in the dress of, not home, but when he gets to Javad in the dress of Abhimanyu, he comes in, he says, I have already sent Chandravali's husband to Kamsa. He's coming any minute with 100 soldiers to arrest this rascal and his father. Meanwhile, someone told me on the path that this rascal Nandananda, he has disguised himself just like me, and he's headed here towards Javad. I want you to make big gober and mud balls full of stones and all kinds of things. And you go up on the roof and wait, and you know that my wife, if she even gets a scent of that rascal, she'll go crazy. So I'm going to lock her in the room downstairs. Now you guys go on the roof, I'm going to lock her in the room downstairs and keep her safely. Now you stay in there, and as soon as he comes, you just curse him with the most filthy language and throw these gober balls at him and chase him away. And don't be fooled, he will try to tell you that he's actually your son, that he's actually me. So immediately, they make these big gober balls and they run up on top of the roof. And meanwhile, Sri Nandanandan, he goes down to the room and he locks the door with Srimati Radharani, and they're all pacing up and down upstairs for many hours waiting for Abhimanyu to come. So finally Abhimanyu comes down the path, and Jatila and Kuti, they're up on the roof. You rascal! You nonsense! And they just begin to curse and swear and say, get out of here! He said, but mother, it's your son, me. We know very well who you are. And she takes a big gober ball with stones in it and throws it. I mean, oh! And Jatila also takes one. Mother, it's me, your son. What are you doing? So we know very well who you are. And they begin to use the most foulest language. Because the Brishvasis, they're famous for foul language. We have one verse. It says, Bolan to hela vachanantagari, kari lakata, pani kubakari, leki sham marupuri tomari. Bolan to hela. We know bolan. Bolan means talking. Bolan to hela. Hela means just like, you see all these Brishvasis. As soon as they see us coming, oh, Deena Bandhu, aja, aja. This hela. Nobody talks sweetly. Hela, oh, aja. Bolan to hela, bachananta, gari. Gari means, the Brishvasis, just like the Japanese, they make R's and L's. Gali means this is foul language. So every word is, all their words are foul language. If you knew Hindi and understood what the Vishwasis are saying to one another. You know, it's like they're from Detroit or something. Everybody says, you son of a man. But they're friends, you know. They're friends. It's friendly talk, but it's the most filthy language. You'll be shocked. Anywhere else in India, if you spoke like that to your friends, you would get punched out. So, Bachanantagari. Kari Lakata, everywhere these sticker trees are there, thorn trees are there, and Pani Kupukari, all the water is salty. Deki Sham Madhupuri, we have seen your Madhupuri Sham. So the filthiest language, they're just throwing these things, and I mean, oh, today my mother and sister have gone crazy. I must go find an exorcist. They've been possessed by ghosts. I must go find an exorcist. And he runs off to go find some exorcist. Yeah? Meanwhile, they're standing guard on top of the roof that he doesn't come back. And Nanda and Srimati Radhika are downstairs, fully enjoying without any worry because they're way up on the roof. Another time, these are all come from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's Chamatkar, Chandrika, 3 moonbeams of astonishment, wonderful astonishment. Another time, Mother Jatila, she became so upset. Everybody in Braj is just talking about your wife and this Nanda. I don't know what to do about it. It's just, our whole name is being spoiled, our family is being ruined, we have to do something. You know, and this, every day she goes there to cook. She goes to Nanda. Whoever heard of such a thing? That's somebody else's wife going to another village to cook. We've never heard of such a thing. Wow. Simply we can't let her go outside. That's the only thing. And Kutila said, how are you going to do that? Anyhow, she can't go out of the house. But then what am I going to tell Mother Yasoda? You just tell her, just like you love your Nanda, and we also love our daughter-in-law, Srimati Radhika, very much. And whoever heard of someone else's wife going to another village to cook for someone else, for another man? This is simply not heard of. Anyway, if she's not satisfied, then you tell her that if she wants Radharani to cook, then she'll stay here and cook, and she can send her servant girl and pick up the food from here and take it back to the neighbor. But she's not leaving the house, ever. That's the only way we can stop that. So Kutila went over there, and it was just like a thunderbolt on the head of Mother Yasoda. That Radharani can't come and cook for her Lala. And for Radharani, this was the most horrible news. Now she's stuck in this deep, dark, dank, dingy dungeon of Jagannath. She can't go out of the house. She's practically lifeless. She's burning in the fire of separation. Viraha Agni. Viraha Agni. That fire of separation is burning so heatedly within her heart. It is simply astounding. The Gopikas, they have made, just to cool her off, they made a beautiful bed with jasmine flowers and mogra and champaka. So many beautiful flowers, and they've covered nice cooling sandalwood paste and camphor. You know, sandalwood paste and camphor is very cooling. And as soon as Radharani lays on that bed, it immediately turns to dust. This fire of separation burning so heatedly within her heart. In practice, she's lifeless. She's just lying. She's not talking, not moving, not saying anything. So meanwhile, Mother Yasoda, she told Danita, you go there now and tell Radharani to cook some sweets, because today Rohini cooked and Lala, he just nibbled. He didn't eat properly. He's going to become sick. So the Radharani has to cook something, because I tried Mother Rohini to cook for him, but he's not eating the food. He won't eat. And he's going to become ill. You go there and tell her that she must cook immediately something and bring it back quickly. So immediately Danista, she comes here. She sees the condition of Radharani lying in this bed in Brahagni. And she just walks up and whispers in her ear and says, just see, your Priya Sham Sundar is standing right before your eyes. Just get up and look. So as soon as the word Sham Sundar enters in Radharani's ears, immediately she sits up with her eyes wide open. And she says, quick, Mother Yasoda says you have to cook something, because Rohini cooked today and Lala just didn't eat anything, so you must cook something quickly for Kanna, quickly. Yeah? You get up and cook. So the Radharani immediately, on hearing that Nandan wants something to eat, she immediately runs to the kitchen. All the Gopikas have already made so many ovens shining bright, burning with fire. like that, and Radharani sits in the middle of these burning ovens, and not one drop of perspiration comes on her brow. Just see the wonder of this love of Radharani for Krishna. Sandalwood and Chandan is turning into powder in seconds, and sitting in the middle of fire, she's feeling it just like the cool breezes from the Malayan hills. Just see this wondrous love. And she immediately cooks, and after she cooks, she gives it to Denista, and then she whispers something secret into Denista's ear. And Denista laughs, and she runs off back to the evening. So later in the evening, suddenly there's a scream, and Radharani just falls over, poof! And Lalita comes running into Jatila's room, and she throws herself on the ground, and she begins to roll around and howl and cries, "Oh no, the most horrible thing has happened! A big black snake came and bit Radharani, she's going to die!" And Jatila gets so says, "What? What's happened?" She said, yes, a big black snake came and bit Radharani, she's going to die! And they all come running, and Radharani's lying there on the ground, barely breathing. Practically there's no color in her face, hardly breathing. So Jatila says, "No, this is horrible, we really must go find the mantra doctor, go find the mantra," because in India when you get bit by the snake, they don't go find some injection, they go find the mantra doctor. He comes and chants a mantra and it goes away. And Radharani says, "Don't you bring any man. You're always talking about me and other men. Now if you bring any male doctor here to touch me, I will leave my body right in front of your eyes." No, this is emergency. How can you talk like this? Because you're always talking about me and other men. No other man will ever touch me. You will see. If you bring any man here to touch me, I will leave my body right on the spot before your very eyes. No, but how can you do this? How can you do this? No, I told you. And then one of the gopis says, "Well, there is somebody, that, because if the doctor can't touch her, but there is one person here in Braj, just by his glance, one time all the cowherd boys and cows, they drank water in the Kalia lake and they all died, and just by his glance, they all got back to life, so we could bring Nanda here, just by his glance, she'll come back to life." And Radharani says, "This is the most worst thing I ever heard. You're always talking about me and this fellow, and now you want to bring him here. Whoever said this thing is my worst enemy." So then Jatila says, "What are we going to do? What are we going to do?" Then somebody says, "Let's go to Mother Purnamasi. Maybe she knows the mantras. Maybe Mother, she's a woman, maybe she knows his mantras and she can do the mantras." So they run to Purnamasi. Purnamasi says, "I don't know the mantras. But Champikalata, she's the daughter of Gargarishi. Or rather Gargi, she's the daughter of Gargarishi. She may know those mantras. Let's go to her house." And they go to Gargi's house, and she says, "Well, I don't know those mantras, but my sister has learned all those mantras from my father. And as a matter of fact, she just came, she's been married in a very respectable Brahmin family in Kashi, in Benares. And yesterday she came to Mathura, and today she's come to pay a visit to me. And she's in my house right now, around the corner. Maybe she knows those, I know she knows those mantras."
Tanya, she's in the mood of Radharani. She's in this love, and she has love of Godhead here, and she simply gives mercy to the devotees, a Krishna consciousness.
Этим Адонай не получил благословение Господа читания. Она стала пребывать в настроении Радхарани. Она благословляет все преданных Кришны.
How many would like to get that blessing
Кто
from?
из вас хочет получить эти благословения?
I think all of you are hearing very well.
Я думаю, что все из вас
So we want to hear from Gopal Krishna Maharaj about hearing.
слышали очень хорошо. Вы слышали?
So this is the island of Shravanam.
Это остров Шраванам.
Actually, normally, Lord Nityananda, he went to Shravanam first, and then to Godrum. We skipped over and went to Godrum first so that we could be one island ahead of the Bengali group.
То есть это остров Шраванам, и мы сначала отправились в Годрум, где Киртаном.
Also, we could end here at Jagannath Temple
Также мы сможем остановиться здесь в храме Джаганнаты.
So one group begins at Jagannath temple, one group ends. It's very nice because it's God's place.
То есть та группа, она начала в храме Джаганнаты.
So here we bless His Holiness, Srimad Gopal Krishna Goswami, to enlighten us about Shravanam in the island of Shravanam. Om Agyan Timirandasya.
মানুষের যা আজকাল কিছু উচ্চাকাঙ্ক্ষী মানুষ করছে প্রকৃত ধর্মের পন্থা হচ্ছে ভগবানকে পরম ঈশ্বররূপে স্বীকার করে সত্য প্রেমে তাঁর সেবা করা। সেবা না করে জীব থাকতে পারে না, কেননা সেই উদ্দেশ্যেই তাকে সৃষ্টি করা হয়েছে। তাহলে থেকে বোঝা গেল ভগবান আমাদেরকে সৃষ্টি করেছেন ভগবানের সেবার জন্য, আর এই সেবা না করে জীব থাকতে পারে না। তো সেজন্য
Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath.
Now the puja is making the Jagannath favorite sweet. The matai, क्या नाम matai? नाम की? कोलादी matai क्या नाम? आशीषा देवी माताई बाबू नित्यानंद महाराज की और
जय राधा देवी दासी,
जय देवी दासी राधा रानी की है।
रखो गोपाल दास,
गोपाल दास
उठेगा
अनेक मिट्टी है।
नाम रहेगा
अरे जय माताई राणा करवे ठाकुर अनेक सुंदर राणा करवे सेवा करे। देखिए एक जन बस माताजी नाम की बोलो देवी दासी है। Thank you for cooking.